so much. And I just felt that it is wrong if just I am learning. It's important that we share. We share someone of his craft, rigor, intelligence, and simplicity at the same time to come over here. And he immediately said, I would love to come. I want to see students. I want to see students. I said, but there are a lot of people in the industry who will hang me if they know that you came to town and you'll go away and I'll not be allowed to live in this town. So he says, so we've invited script writers who have done 10 successful films, 5 successful films, 4, 3, 2, and some who are waiting for their film to be commissioned. And teacher like Anjum Razavali, he's here bringing them all in. Students from FTI, the entire batch, Whistling Woods, Xavier's, XIC, digital, you name it. So we got getting people from the Apple box and we're getting people, kids from the Apple tree. And Alex is here to share the wonderful stories and things that I learned from him over the years in New York.
Alex, my question is for you. I'm Rajiv Vijayakar. I write for India West in California. My question is for you that, how familiar are you with Hindi cinema and its craft? Because ultimately, what you teach will also be used, implemented largely by the students in this country.
Yeah, my education began with Boman. One of the humorous aspects of our relationship is that when I met Boman, I wasn't familiar at all and didn't know who he was and hadn't seen any of his films. And I, at the same time, hadn't won anything or been paid a lot of attention to either. We just connected on a story that he was writing. Since meeting him now, I'm developing a taste and a fascination. And well, we're going to talk later about how I have a company in New York as well, where we're developing based on writers as well, which is as rare in the United States as it is here. The screenwriter always a little bit lower in the pecking order. That's just the way it is, and I don't know why. But we have similar tastes, and discussing his story, I fell in love with his story, and that didn't take me very long to then fall in love with the man and his passion, and we just clicked immediately. And so it's been, what, 4 years now, or?
6.5 years.
See, that's what I do.
Familiar are you with the Indian template?
I'm just unfamiliar and just learning. I've seen a handful of films, I've seen Boman's work, and now I'm opening myself up to see if we can't find a bridge. So I hope to be well versed by the next time you and I speak. Yeah.
Boman, congratulations. Can you use something about Irani movie too? How did you come up with this particular?
Okay, I grew up on Belasses Road, opposite a cinema called Alexander Cinema.
Yeah.
So strange, right? Alexander Cinema was my cinema paradiso. And I used to be there every day, and I knew the projection is just like that little kid. I knew Lakshman. I used to watch movies sometimes from there. It was a great feeling. Alexander Cinema was owned by Ardeshir Irani, the man who gave us India's first talkie, Alamara. Ardeshir Irani owned that cinema. What a coincidence that is. The name of his company, the Alamara company, was Imperial Movie Tone, a Parsi company. Adi Irani was the cameraman, Ardeshir Irani director, producer. All the Wadia movie tones, the Hunter Wali films, were from a Parsi company again called Wadia Movie Tone. I said, so if we are going back to the basics, such as Minerva Movie Tone, going back to writing, I think I should go back to where it all began, with Ardeshir Irani, Imperial Movie Tone, Minerva Movie Tone, Wadia Movie Tone, and my Alexander Cinema. And I decided to go the old-fashioned way, shoot it the old-fashioned way, and call it Irani Movie Tone, which is a very old-fashioned, forgotten way. I mean, if tomorrow you said we don't say productions, we say something else. You say, why would they call it productions? Suppose you say Dharma Productions. Why do they call it Dharma Productions 50 years or 100 years later? Every film company was called something Movie Tone. So I just said, let's bring that little culture back. Let's go back to where we have the sweetest memories of our lives, in the cinema, in the dark, and I hope it's reflected in the moving logo that we have produced and shot.
And what is the first project? What is the first project what you have in mind coming from Irani movie tone?
Well, we will have that celebration on another day, soon. On another day, I just wanted this to be, we're putting our name out there with the message, with our message, charter and mandate that this is what we want to concentrate on. We have Alex, who's happy to support maybe some young writers over here. We've got a plan. We are hatching in our heads. But the first production, hopefully, is the one that I have written, which I've been working on. If something else comes up before that, which I think that would be premature, maybe that. But the idea is to develop good stories. If the good story is on the page, we'll have good cinema on the screen.
Sir, you made your name from film Munna Bhai MBBS. So how far do you think Rajkumar Irani is responsible for your?
Can we have a question
This is
related
easy.
to
That's not easy. It's a straight, yeah. I think beginnings like this, 10, 20 years later, you'll ask me how far was Alex's influence. Yeah, great influence, great influence. Thank you.
last question.
जानना चाहेंगे राजकुमार हिरानी पर मिंटू का
I'm
sorry, this is not the platform. जानना चाहेंगे आपकी क्या राय है?
You're not able to.
I'm sorry.
Any other question?
Boman, आपकी इंडस्ट्री में काफी फ्रेंड्स हैं, इरफान है, फरहान अख्तर है,
Right.
आमिर खान है,
Right.
तो कौन है जिससे आप सबसे ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट और किसको लेके फिल्म बनाना चाहेंगे आप?
एक्टर्स हमारे सब भाई, जो पिक्चर में लगेगा कि ये शख्स इस रोल के लिए करेक्ट है, उनको ही लेंगे. Whoever feels right for the role. It's not got to do with friends at the end of the day. We are friends, but then if we don't meet, we don't match on a creative level, we just be friends, which is fine. But we match on different levels. Similarly, I would love to work with all these wonderful names that you have mentioned.
Mr.
Thank you so much, guys.
You have to go down.
Bachchan was there for the occasion.
Yes.
Yeah, just
He's
tell me about
always
his
there to support you.
experience.
Sorry.
Mr. Bachchan is always there with the family for you, standing with you.
Right.
What have you to say, like morning time, he was there to grace the occasion.
और कुछ
I guess he-
इमोशनल हो गए थे उस
ये बहुत कुछ हुआ मेरे लिए, बचपन के लिए हो गया. मैं जब छोटा था, मैं उनको देखा था, तब से मैं उनको एडमायर करते आ रहा हूँ. आज मेरा फैमिली का प्रोडक्शन हाउस का इनॉग्रेशन के लिए आए हैं. एक 10 मिनट के अंदर जवाब दिया. और नागपुर में थे, आई थिंक शूटिंग कर रहे थे. मैं बोला, आई सेंट आउट द मैसेज, अभी देखते क्या होता है. 10 मिनट में, oh yes, of course, no question about it. And he's so happy and he's so proud of what we are doing. That's what he said on his way out.
Great, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Let's go and put Anderson.